Hello Virgo, welcome. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a general tarot reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at VIRGO Tarot. She's read you as well. Thank you. Alright, let's see what's going on. Oh goodness, okay. Way to start, Virgo. Okay. Goodness, that's a lot of big energy, Virgo. A lot of big energy. So jumping right into this, what you do show me that there's a lot of emotions here to consider, and I mean a lot. What you're equivalently showing me is depth. There's a lot of emotional depth here to consider, and I feel like things right now in your situation are ramping up quite quickly, and it's almost causing a little bit of this pressure on you to kind of like step it up a notch or do a little bit more. And I feel like for you, it's just an energy of like it's go time. I don't exactly know what moves or what you're about to do, but you are deciding to do something for yourself, which you feel quite confident about doing. It almost seems and feels like communicating. It's almost the equivalent of like you're stepping it up a notch, but you're stepping it up a notch to kind of like say what you got to say, do what you got to do, make a move that you got to move. But whatever this talk or communication or discussion is between you and someone, I feel like it's a matter of clearing the air, but putting some of the pieces together so that the whole situation is a little bit more clearer. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes clearing the air can be messy. You're showing me like, great, this is what took place. This is what's happening. Wow, okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. And I feel like, geez Louise, Virgo, you're ultimately kind of showing me that whether this is through communication or whether this is through your plans, I mean, very quickly at the snap of a finger, you're saying something is very unfortunate here and it's done with, it's over with. And what's actually quite interesting about this, Virgo, is it's destined to be over with. So you're having that realization on top of this realization, and kind of life is like saying, yep, something has run its course, it's done with. Whether it be between you and someone, or whether it's something you just got going on for yourself personally regarding some sort of financial endeavor, maybe a foundation, your accomplishments, I don't exactly know. You're saying something's very unfortunate, but yeah, it's done with. I feel like it's regarding your work and your career. I feel like it is. You're saying you had to make a very fast move or maneuver for yourself. And I mean fast, very fast. It's the equivalent of gotta do what I gotta do. I've had some sort of, it's interesting. It's almost like you brought up something that needed to be cleared up. And then it's like very snappy and very quick, like, okay, now let me kind of go back to what I was focusing on and figuring out, and let me kind of figure this out. Not necessarily back to the drawing board, back to your study, literally. You're saying, lots to contemplate, lots to consider. And even though something was very kind of upsetting and difficult, you're kind of like saying, yeah, but there was still quite a bit here to kind of, hold on to in a sense that was positive, so. Mm. Goodness. Yeah. It's upsetting. It's upsetting. It's upsetting. Yeah. Yeah, it's like when one yeah, when one door closes, now you kind of have to open up your other doors and see, or try and try and open up other doors. And you're wanting to, like I said, very very snappy and very very quickly. You're kind of like on the edge of your seat, like I got to do something, I got to figure something out now. Um, Jeez, and it's an energy of mentally you're going through this process a whole lot quicker than you are emotionally, and I kind of feel like even though you are leaning a little bit on those emotions and those memories between whatever happened, the good times in a sense, as you are focused on moving forward, it's kind of like once again those energies of like disappointment kind of kicks in. It's kind of like there was still so much worth holding on to that was positive there, but now I have to go this direction, and now it's like great, now I gotta have to deal with all this and pick this up and continue on. Literally, now I got to kind of pick up all this and move on. Oh, jeez. Jeez, Virgo. Okay, let's see where this goes. Okay. Picking up the pieces. Interesting. Picking up the pieces. Picking up the pieces, but also making sense out of it. So, goodness gracious, Virgo. It's like it may be back to the drawing board. It may be back to the drawing board. It feels like it. I kind of feel like you're not necessarily in that position of being a beginner or like a starter. It just feels like you're kind of having to like start something back up again. Look, I have what I have, but it's not much, but I got what I got. And I'm trying to fill out exactly emotionally what I do want because of what I've been through. I'm working on something. At the same time, you're kind of saying, I'm just not too sure, so I'm really doing everything I possibly can to look into this. Am I okay with it? Am I not okay with it? Where do I sit with it? I kind of feel like you're doing enough research and study to kind of just put your mind at ease. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's about finances, Virgo, and that's what I was kind of wondering from the start. I feel like you are studying and finding out enough information to kind of put this behind you. But ultimately, what's fascinating is you have, like, once again, you have something here you're wanting to kind of, I'm not going to say unveil because that doesn't really quite fit, but you're wanting to move forward with it and carry it with you. But ultimately, you're having to make that decision first. So once again, you have a major decision to make of regarding work. Interesting. Kind of, you got your process going on, that's for sure, but whew. Where's this going? Okay, yeah. Ooh, goodness, Virgo. This may, geez. I don't exactly know what is going on here, but I feel like whatever this is you are working on and putting together for yourself is exactly that. It's an add-on. It's a continuance of something you currently got going on because you're showing me that there's so much conflict going on, possibly even within the workplace. At the same time, it's like things are in the process of getting straightened out. And that's what I find very interesting is as things are getting straightened out, you're kind of left on the outskirts wondering like, why is it all turning out this way? I don't exactly know. I don't exactly know here, Virgo. But I definitely feel like it's kind of getting your attention to look at it again. Once again, there is this overall energy of look at it again, look at it again, look at it again. A little bit of repetition here as to kind of assessing what's going on. But of course, you are dealing with anyone. You could be dealing with an air sign, a water sign, a fire sign, or an earth sign. They're all here. Goodbye.